Meatballs Casserole. It's a low carb dish, but you can also easily serve pasta with it to make it not low carb. Or you could use spaghetti squash, or you could do anything. But we're going to just do the meat portion for you today. And this is turkey. So we needed 2 pounds of turkey. So I've already got that ready in the bowl. You need to add to it a cup of mozzarella. Okay. And then half a cup of Parmesan cheese. So I get the kind out of the refrigerated section of the store. That's what I use. You just need a half a cup. Okay. Alright, the next thing would be an egg. Now before we put the egg in, we need to go ahead and mix this cheese in. Okay. Let me I like to crack the eggs into a bowl first and just kind of lightly beat it a little bit before we put it in whatever we're making. So let me do that real quickly. Okay, so 1 egg. Alright, and I would recommend stirring after the egg too, because you're fixing to put in a lot of seasoning. And you don't want everything sticking to the egg and not spread out throughout the meat. So it would be just a good idea to just stir real quick and kind of help everything evenly distribute. Okay. So the next thing that we need to put in is onion powder, and you need 2 teaspoons of onion powder. 1, 2. Okay. 2 teaspoons of fresh minced garlic. So there's 1, 2. The next thing would be some Italian seasoning, and I need a half a teaspoon of that. Half a teaspoon of pepper. The next thing would be a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and she does say that that's optional. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do a 1/4 of a teaspoon. I like it spicy, but my husband doesn't. And a half teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, and that's also optional. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do a 1/4 of that as well. A smallish ice cream scoop. So I'm trying to not dig my hands in this meat. So this is what I call myself doing right now. It's working out good. So make sure that your oven is preheated to 400. That's what you're going to cook this on. You're going to cook it in your oven. Now I have my own meatball recipe when I make spaghetti and meatballs. And this is not it. So we're trying somebody else's. It was found on the website eatwell101.com. And it's a casserole, like I said, but I'm going to make some pasta for my family. And this is going to go over that, over the pasta. Okay, well, there's a lot more in here. So I don't know how many meatballs it's supposed to make. I'm trying to see if it says. It doesn't. But these are kind of smallish. I usually make mine a lot bigger than this. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and I'm going to do a couple more panfuls, and then I will get back to y'all. Well, wait just 1 second. Yeah. We've got to cook the meatballs first, take it back out of the oven, add the sauce and some more cheese, and then it's ready. All right, I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, so I had to do these in batches, and you're supposed to only cook them about 15-20 minutes, but that's usually enough time because this is just ground turkey and it kind of cooks faster. I need to tell you that you can change meat. You do not have to do turkey. That's what the recipe calls for. But you can switch it up. You can do pork sausage. You can do hamburger meat. You can mix it up. Whatever you want to do. It's very versatile and very easy. So whatever you want to do. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer all the meatballs to one casserole dish. She said only use a cup of marinara, but I've got growing boys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them, if I don't give my husband and my sons extra sauce, I'm going to hear about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use our favorite spaghetti sauce, which is traditional ragu, and this is a 45-ounce container. And I've already made them some pasta. And I'm going to do this whole thing like this. And I'm going to put the melted cheese over it. So the meatballs are in there. And we poured the sauce over. And now you take the remaining mozzarella and you put on top about a cup. I'm sure you could do more or less if you wanted to. You don't have to even put any on the top if you didn't want to. And then that's it. You put it back into the oven for 5 to 10 minutes, and let that get bubbly and the cheese melted, and you're all done. So I'll see you back here in just a few minutes, and I'll show you all everything plated up. Okay, so this is it. This is the meatball casserole. It's just meatball sauce and cheese, and then it's got a few goodies mixed into the meat. I use turkey, which is what the recipe called for. The grease or the excess fat that's got to be drained off was minimal. I would say a few tablespoons, so it really wasn't that bad. I used ragu instead of marinara or any other kind of sauce. You could do whichever you wanted. And you can switch out the meat, and you can actually switch out the cheeses too. You can just do whatever you want to. It's very versatile, it's very easy, and it literally, the really biggest pain of it all was trying to get the meatballs out of the grease and draining that and then putting the meatballs back in. I mean, that's it. It really didn't take but just a few minutes. Really quick, easy dinner, and you can make it for people that don't eat pasta or people that do. Really easy and versatile. See you next time.